Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give our praises, honor, glory, and worship unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and greetings and salutations to Akim upholding the testimony of Yahushai in truth and in sincerity. Shijai Kwab out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. And the title, of course, you see the title of the lesson. I'm going to just go ahead and jump into the precept. This is Revelations, the 12th chapter, in the 12th verse. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." All right. And this devil, he's going to come down on all flesh, not just the elect. All you have to remember his maniac plan that was inscribed in the Georgia Guidestones, which members of the Great Millstone Atlanta camp have actually went out to that site before it was demolished, including with the Apostle Rumlop years ago. And it's actually, you can look it up. It's online. It's not something, you can look. It's a Google search. In seven different languages where they wrote on the Georgia Guidestone. And one of the talking points of it, or points, were to essentially keep population, lower down the human population to 500 million. And right now it's 8 billion people on the earth. So that means he's coming down on everybody. That's what that means. He's going to come down on everybody. And we have to spiritually and physically, to a certain extent, be prepared for, literally, in its finest essence of verbiage, all hell breaking loose. Because there is going to be a time like no other. This is indeed the time of Jacob's trouble. But the Lord, he has preserved the remnant and elect to be delivered out of the temptation and out of the trials and the affliction. Essentially, he's preserved a set amount of people to be refined by the fire but not destroyed. And they can't be destroyed because the composition of their inward parts is gold. So I'm actually going to go to Revelations, the 3rd chapter, in the 10th verse. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." We have to have patience in this thing of ours. We have to be prudent. We have to be wise. We have to have temperance, long-suffering, godliness. These are important characteristics that we must exercise to get the victory, to be successful in our walk. And see, the walk is a margin of victory. It's when you see somebody win, you're not seeing you're seeing them win, but in all actuality, you're seeing many small, consistent steps over a long period of time manifest into something that you call victory. When you see Yahweh shall return, you see him return, but what you're really seeing is the prophets going out on the highways and byways every week, teaching, edifying. This essentially is going to bring forth that moment. It's the steps, the small steps every day that's taken, and it brings forth an end result, whether it bear fruit or not. The decisions that you make on a daily will determine your tomorrow. So it's important that we take advantage and take serious the opportunity that we have before us, and embrace the adversity, because surely it's going to come. But if our goal is not there to destroy us, the Lord, He's not into the business of destroying His elect. He's into the business of purifying and trying and cleaning and ultimately exalting His elect. The Lord really is about exalting His elect. We can reflect on David and a herder of sheep, but taken to being a multi-billionaire in the modern. So if you were to transfer David's riches into modern context, David was a multi-billionaire. He had hundreds of billions of dollars. But he started off as a sheep herder. Solomon was a trillionaire, who was the son of David. So the Lord is into the business of not destroying the elect, but refining them to be exalted in glory in the latter end. That's why it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, it says, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Jacob, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were going through these things, but we're the rulers of the world to come. So this is the it's the movie of the Heavenly Father. This is His script. This is His theatrics. But in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, in the 10th verse, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Which the hour of temptation is Revelation 13 and 16. It's the implementation of the MOTB. It says, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So we understand that Yahushua is coming very quickly after the implementation of that device. After that device is made mandatory and pushed on the earth, we know Yahushua is very near at the door. These were signs in which He gave for us to reflect upon. We'll finish it off with the Apocrypha. It's in Ezra 16, I think. Yep, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Verse 71. It says, they shall be like madmen. Matter of fact, I started at verse 70. It says, for there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. Right? So the people of the earth, these different people, are going to come up against the elect. They're going to come up against the Israelites. Verse 71, it says, they should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. Verse 72, it says, for they shall waste and take away their goods. So they're going to rob us and be thieves and take away our property. because they're pieces of shit that's going into slavery and is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. It says, and cast them out of their houses, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So the elect are going to be refined. But the thing about the elect refuse to lose. Verse 74, Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Verse 75, Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide. That's beautiful. So these times of affliction and great persecution are coming. But the Lord said, don't be afraid, because the Lord is going to guide us. It doesn't matter what situation we're put in, what circumstance, his elect will not be forsaken. Your children will not be forsaken. But it's important not to put your children or yourself above the will of the Heavenly Father. The Bishop Atazwam quite often, I've heard him say it several times. He said, what you refuse to sacrifice will become your sacrifice. And then Marcus Aurelius also says, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. So if you're not willing to sacrifice, if you prioritize, if you don't love less, whatever it is, whether it be a hobby, whether it be your food, whether it be women, whether it be your family, your children, your job, if you put that as a priority over Yahweh Shem Yahshai, his will, his way, then that's what you're going to have to take to the altar. And so we got to keep that in mind in this walk so we can be found to be blameless, and ultimately so the Lord, will be pleased with our conduct and abstain from giving us torment, and we truly believe that we will be delivered, and we hope so. So that we give all praises, honor, glory, and worship unto Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Bahashim Kakadash, double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation, shalom, keep the faith.